My name is Noémie Goudal. I'm a French artist and welcome to my studio in Paris. In my photography, I like to work with what I would call hallucination. When you look at an image, you question how it's made, or you have small details that you can grasp and you can reinvent your narrative. And what I'm trying to do is always give a lot of space and a lot of gaps in order to have a narrative that could be placed, but that also has doubt. And this doubt is, to me, is what makes the work. In my work, I use photography, video, performance, and sculptures. I'm really interested in the construction of the image and how within a flat canvas I can study all the perspective. How is it possible to go inside, deeper into an image, and how I can reconstruct and deconstruct that. In the DB Lounge there will be a film called Study on Fire and Matter. It's a film that I shot a few years ago where I wanted the fire to create the matter and to create a form of energy or a form of texture that would be within the landscape. So it's almost like the fire is creating its own shape. I'm working on a series of sculptures that I made at the Sèvres manufacturer in France, which is a porcelain manufacturer. I started with those sculptures from Élite Beaumont, which were round globes, and they have a terrella, means a little earth that you can hold in your hand. If you can hold it in your hand, somehow you can control it and you can understand it. So if you can understand what's happening there, you can explain it. We live in a world where we think of science as extremely stable and a sure thing. Through those work, I realize how when you have an hypothesis, it can only be contradicted, because everything is still an hypothesis and there are so many things we don't know. So it brings you back to a position that is a bit more calm and quiet in a way that we don't know. For me, an image is not necessarily just a print, but it's also how you weave an image to open all the dimensions of a photograph. In a lot of my projects, that's how I work. So with the DB Lounge, I wanted to have a space that had many different bodies of work. And it's a very specific space because it's a space where people will obviously sit down and stay with the work. I was thinking, how can I express a form of time within this walk? In my studio, I have so many tests. I work with prints. I photograph, for example, all my tests, and then I look at them again and again, and I thought it would be interesting to have them there as almost like a trajectory of the thinking behind the project. It's not necessarily a place where you stop. It's more a space where you have a glimpse and then you catch whatever you want, like by walking through, you know?